Problem is to sort, not to sort actually, to find out the minimum number of moves required. Okay, the minimum number of moves required, and moves should be like this. We have to move, we have to move an element to the end of the list, okay, every time. And by doing this, by moving any random element to end of the list, we are allowed to move only to end of the list. We have to find out the minimum number of moves required to sort the given list. For example, if the given list is this 10, 30, 20, 40, 50, then sorting takes like this. Let us say I want to move 30 to the end of the list. Then the resultant list will be like this: 10 and 30 is moved, so 20, 40, 50, and this 30 we have moved to end, so 30 will come here. Now I want to move this 40 to the end, let us say. Then I'll get result as, I want to move 40 to the end. I'll get result as 10, 20 and 40 moved, so 50, 30 and 40 moved to end, so here you got it. And now I want to move 50 to the end, so here I'll get 50. So the resultant list is 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50 moved to the end. So the total number of steps taken are 1, 2, 3. So how to achieve this? I have a solution, like we will shift the unordered element. Okay, if we consider the sorted list here, 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50 is the sorted list. So in this, if we pick every consecutive 2 elements and check whether these 2 elements are in the order in the given list or not. Order in the sense, the first value's index should be smaller than the second value index. If it is in the order, we will pick the next 2 and check whether these 2 are also in the order or not. If we can do this thing, we can easily sort out this problem. Let us write this example properly here. So I have the example values like this: 10, 20, 30, 10, 30, 20, 40 and 50. These are the values I have, and to do sorting I'll take support from the already sorted list. So if we sort this, we'll get 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. This is 30. Well, I'll assume this original list as A and this sorted list as SL, right? So we will write some partial code for this. First we have to input A and then we have to get SL. So I will write code for this here. So first we have to input A. So A is equals to int of I for I in input dot split. Then I want sorted list into SL. So first we will do one thing. Let us copy these elements into SL using a dot copy. Now a fresh copy is given to SL. Let us sort SL dot sort. So we have sorted list into SL. After doing this thing, we will come back and discuss this. So let us see the indexes. Let us examine the indexes of A. Those are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I want to do is, I want to check every 2 consecutive elements. Okay, so here 10 and 20, and what is the index of 10 here? It is 0, and index of 20 is 2, and yes, 0 is less than 2, so it is in the order. I have no problem with 10 and 20, those 2 are already in the order. Okay, let me pick 20 and 30 now. So let us see the index of 20 here. Index of 20 is 2. Index of 20 is 2, and 30, index of 30 is 1. So 2 is greater than 1, which means it is not in the order. So what if this is not in the order? We have to move the biggest element to the end of the list. So the element shifted to end of the list. What will we get? The resultant list as this: 10, 20, let us say 40, 50 and 30. So let us see the fresh indices. Indices are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And let us restart this process. We have to break whenever you find two unordered elements. Now you have to restart this procedure from the first two elements again. So let us check whether 10 and 20 are in order or not. Index of 10 is 0 and index of 20 is 1. 0 is less than 1. It is in the order already. Let us take 20 and 30 now. So index of 20 is 1 and index of 30 is 4. So 1 is less than 4. It is also in the order now. Okay. Let us see 30 and 40 now. Index of 30 is 4 and index of 40 is 2. Now it is not in the order. Index of 40 is smaller than the index of 30, or index of 30 is greater than the index of 40. So here actually this is not less than, it is greater than 2. 4 is greater than 2. So now you have to shift 40 to the end. We will get resultant list as this: 10, 20 and 50 we will get here, because 40 is deleted and 40 is added at end, so we will get 40 here. So 40 moved to end. The latest index is this. Let me write it in blank for the clarity. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again we have to break this process and restart it from first two elements. So 10 and 20. 10 and 20, index of 10 is 0, 20 is 1, it is okay. Let us take 20, 30, index of 20 is 1 and 30 is 3. So 1 is less than 3, it is also okay. Index of 30 and 40, index of 30 is 3 and 40 is 4. So it is also okay. Index of 40 and 50, index of 40 is 4 and index of 50 is 2. So now it is not in the order. So what we have to do is we have to shift the bigger element, that is 50, to the end. Now you will get the resultant list as this: 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. If you see this list is now in sorting order. So this loop should be terminated when list A and list SL are equal. We have to terminate it when this condition is there. We have to repeat it when A is not equals to, we have to repeat it when A is not equals to L. Repeat. Okay. So if A is not equals to L, SL, we will repeat it, and whenever both are same, we will stop it. And every time you have to take a counter variable. Let me take C and initialize it with 0, and after the first move you have to increment it to 1. After the second move you have to increment it to the 2. After the third move you have to increment it to the 3. Right? And once it is sorted, you just display C. Display C. Print C. So this is the procedure for doing it. So let us continue the program now. So in the previous step we have done input. Now let us complete it. So what should be the while loop? Before writing while loop, let me take a counter C as 0. And what should be the while loop? While A is not equals to SL, you repeat it. And what should we do in this? Every time we will check elements of sorted list, okay, whether every two consecutive elements are in the order in A or not. So I will write like this: for I in range, because I want index, so I am using range of length of A minus 1 I am taking, because I will take two consecutive elements, so I and I plus 1. So array should not, we should not go out of the bound. That's why we are writing length of A minus 1 here. And let me take the index into this variable current. And what index we want? We want index from A. So we will write A dot index of, and index of which element we want? Index of the two consecutive elements we want. One is into current, another one is into next. Actually, we want two consecutive indexes, and indexes of two consecutive elements from sorted list. So SL of I and its consecutive element is SL of I plus 1. So we want indexes of these two elements, and we will check if current is less than the next. What we do, we have no problem with that, so we'll repeat it with the next two elements. If current is not less than the next, I mean, which is that what we call current is greater than the next, then we have to do shifting. So we have to move the bigger element, which is nothing but the element which is being referred by CUR, bigger element, to the end of the list. We have to remove it, append it. These two steps we have to do. So first let me take that value into x. X is equal to CUR is an index, right? Both CUR and NXT both are index only. So here I will use this index CUR and I'll get this value. Because this is only the value we have to move. So A of CUR. Now we have to remove it. How do we remove it? A dot remove of x. And after removing it, I want to append it. So A dot append of x. Now you have removed the element to end of the list. At the same time, you have to increment the counter. The reason for incrementing is we have to keep on counting the number of moves. And in continuation, I'll write here. Please understand it. I'm writing here because I don't have space. So we have to break this for loop. And we will check, we'll go back and check whether A is equals to SL, SL or not. A is equals to SL or not. If A is not equals to SL, we'll repeat it again. Okay. So after all this process, we will get counter into C, and at the end, after while loop, okay, we have to display C and write this print C, okay, outside while loop. Please follow the indentation to write it, right? Hope you understand this problem, and if you have any queries, you can contact me. Thank you.